Hello and welcome to this lesson on VNet gateways. In this lesson we will learn how to connect our Azure infrastructure with on-premises or other clouds. In Azure we have two types of VNet gateways, the VPN gateways and the express route gateways. When we create a VNet gateway, we must choose between these two types. With VPN gateway, we can create a VPN connection and route our traffic over the public internet. This traffic is encrypted using an IPsec tunnel. With ExpressRoute, we create a private physical connection at the network layer. We can do this with Microsoft directly or through a peering partner. This traffic is private but unencrypted. Let's spend some more words on network topologies and the problem we are trying to solve for the client. The target network topology also determines our options. Are we looking to connect two or more sites with each other, such as office locations to Azure? Then both types are valid options. Or do we want to let client computers connect to our corporate network in Azure? In this case, we have a point-to-site topology, so we are limited to VPN gateways. Let's consider the special case that we want to peer two Azure VNets together. We could also do this with a VPN connection or an ExpressRoute connection. In the past, this was indeed a valid option to connect two Azure VNets across geographies. But since we now have global VNet peering, we should just use VNet peering discussed in another lesson. Let's have a look at the pros and cons of VPN gateways and ExpressRoute gateways. ExpressRoute is definitely the better option in terms of features, throughput and latency. But it might not be the most cost-effective solution for the client's problem. The exam might ask about the most cost-effective solution for a given scenario in the form of a short case study. My recommendation is to go with the lower priced option, unless there is a clear case for the higher priced option. A clear case for the higher priced option of ExpressRoute would be if the client mentions that he needs bandwidth that exceeds 10 GB per second. The client asks for a private or dedicated connection. The client asks for the lowest latency and wants to reduce network jitter, or complains about network latency of an existing VPN connection. The client also wants private access to Microsoft 365 and other Microsoft services. Let's spend some more words on implementation. In order to create a VNet gateway, we must configure a dedicated subnet. The subnet must be named Gateway Subnet, and when we go to the resource plate of the VNet and go to the subnets, then there is indeed a button to create a gateway subnet. But there's nothing special about this button. We can also create it manually. For the subnet, a prefix length of /28 or /29 should be enough. We could deploy multiple VNet gateways into this dedicated subnet, but nothing else. The VNet gateway also needs a dynamic public IP address. As you remember from the lesson on public IPs, the only IP that is dynamic is the basic SKU public IP address. Okay, so this will get us started with our VNet gateway. If we are aiming for high availability, then we should create multiple VPN or ExpressRoute connections. There's also a design pattern called ExpressRoute with VPN failover. To close out this lesson, I also want to mention that there are some parts that we skipped over, like ExpressRoute circuits. This is explained in a bit more detail in the Microsoft Learn tutorial. Okay, so that's it for this lesson on VNet gateways. See you in the next one.